Carnival Cruise Line faced heavy criticism this summer after announcing Carnival Rewards, a new loyalty program set to launch in June 2026. The program marked a major shift from Carnival's long-running VIFP Club, focusing on passenger spending instead of time spent at sea. For many of Carnival's most loyal guests, the changes felt like a betrayal, especially since the cruise line planned to eliminate lifetime loyalty status, a perk that many considered untouchable. The backlash was swift and fierce across the cruising community, sparking outrage on social media and cruise forums. Amid the uproar, Carnival's brand ambassador John Heald stepped in, vowing to represent loyal guests and take their concerns directly to Carnival's executives. His efforts paid off. On September 15th, after months of heated feedback, Carnival announced it would roll back one of the most controversial aspects of the new Carnival Rewards program, a rare reversal that shows just how powerful passenger voices can be. We've spent the summer talking with our guests, listening to their comments, and taking in their feedback, Carnival Cruise Line President Christine Duffy said in a statement. As a result, I am happy to share that we are making changes to improve the offering to our most loyal customers as we get ready for the program's launch in 2026. We believe these enhancements recognize our appreciation for the loyalty of our top-tier guests. Guests who achieve Diamond status in the current VIFP Club before May 31st, 2026 will be granted lifetime Diamond status in the new Carnival Rewards program. Initially, this status was only set to be extended through 2032. Guests who reach Platinum status in the current VIFP Club before May 31st, 2026 will not only have their status extended through May 31st, 2028, as previously announced, but will also receive 10,000 qualifying Carnival Rewards stars when the program launches on June 1st, 2026, and in every 2-year earning cycle afterward. This essentially gives Platinum members a recurring head start toward requalifying for Platinum, or even achieving Diamond. They are also guaranteed to maintain at least Gold status in all future earning cycles. Although U.S. privacy laws prevent minors from officially enrolling in loyalty programs, Carnival confirmed that children will inherit the same status as the adults they are booked with. When these minors turn 18, those who gained Platinum or Diamond status through their parents before May 31st, 2026, will be invited to join Carnival Rewards at that same tier, enjoying the same perks as other Platinum and Diamond members. Carnival also noted that it is actively exploring options for guests in Canada and Australia to earn points through partners, similar to the Carnival World MasterCard available to U.S. residents. Inspired by the success of loyalty programs in the airline and hotel industries, many of which tie directly to travel, spending, and co-branded credit cards, Carnival is the first cruise line to roll out such a program for the cruising world. Under the new system, lifetime status will no longer apply to all tiers, except for the very top Diamond level. Instead, benefits like free Wi-Fi, laundry service, priority boarding, and specialty dining perks will vary by tier. The program also introduces a new rewards currency that can be earned and redeemed for almost any onboard purchase. Members will earn 3 points for every dollar spent on eligible Carnival purchases, including cruise fares, onboard drinks, specialty dining, spa treatments, and shore excursions. Frequent casino players will also benefit, earning 1 point for every remaining casino point at the end of their voyage. Guests can further boost their balance by spending with the Carnival World MasterCard, which will replace the current Fun Points program. Existing cardholders will see their balances automatically transferred when the new system launches. So, what do you think? Are these changes fair? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help me reach my first milestone of 5,000 subscribers, and like if you find the video useful. Every opinion counts, and your feedback truly influences the decisions cruise lines make about their services. After all, we all want our time at sea to be nothing short of extraordinary, worthy of the hard-earned money we spend. But this does raise another important question. Why has cruising become such an expensive vacation choice in recent years, forcing many travelers to carefully reconsider their budgets? For decades, cruising had a reputation as one of the most affordable ways to take a vacation, especially for travelers who love to party and enjoy all-inclusive fun at sea. Booking a quick weekend sailing to the Bahamas or a budget-friendly Caribbean getaway used to be as simple as finding a last-minute deal online, but today, cruising has become significantly more expensive, in some cases shockingly so. In just the past 2 years, cruise lines have reported record-breaking demand and soaring profits, signaling not only that travelers are eager to return to the seas after the pandemic, but also that cruise companies are making enormous amounts of revenue. It's no longer unusual to see fares exceeding $1,600 per person for an interior cabin without a window on the world's largest ships, and that price doesn't even include extras like beverage packages, specialty dining, shore excursions, spa treatments, or internet access. Not long ago, passengers could score last-minute deals for just $300 to $400 per person for a week-long sailing, sometimes even less during off-peak seasons. Those golden days of bargain cruising are largely gone. According to the Cruise Lines International Association, CLIA, 2024 State of the Industry Report, cruise fares rose more than 15% in 2023 compared to 2019, and they've continued to climb. Part of this spike is due to the massive debt cruise companies accumulated during the pandemic when ships were docked but expenses still mounted. Add in rising costs for food supplies, port fees, and especially crew wages, and it's easy to see why ticket prices are surging. Another driving factor is booming demand. CLIA's report shows that 82% of past cruisers plan to sail again, and interest among younger generations is even stronger, with 84% of Gen X saying they intend to book another cruise. By 2027, annual cruise passenger numbers are projected to approach 40 million, up from 31.7 million in 2023. Because cruise pricing works on a supply and demand model, fares typically rise as cabins sell out. High demand means higher prices across the board. Unfortunately, many passengers feel that while fares and fees are climbing, the onboard experience is being cut back. For example, Royal Caribbean recently eliminated twice daily stateroom service, a long-standing perk many cruisers valued. Food quality, too, has become a hot topic, with critics noting smaller portions, reduced variety, and fewer included options. What was once considered a luxury splurge, dining at a specialty restaurant, is now practically marketed as a necessity, further adding to the bill. Daily gratuities have also risen steadily. Norwegian Cruise Line currently has some of the highest automatic service charges in the industry at $20 per person per day for standard cabins. Royal Caribbean increased its gratuities in late 2024 from $18 to $18.50 per person per day, and raised suite gratuities to $21. While gratuities are meant to support hardworking crew members, many guests argue these charges should be folded into the base fare instead of added later, often catching families by surprise. And beyond passenger demand, rising labor costs, and corporate debt, there is another critical factor pushing cruise fares higher: the skyrocketing price of fuel and ship operations. Imagine a cruise ship that isn't just a means of transportation, but truly a floating city with thousands of temporary residents. To keep this city running, cruise lines must ensure every system operates smoothly, from the massive engines burning fuel daily, to the power systems that keep lights and air conditioning running 24/7, to supplying fresh water, managing waste, and operating dozens of restaurants, bars, cinemas, pools, water parks, and countless other entertainment facilities. Among all these, fuel is by far the biggest budget drain. A modern mega cruise ship can consume tens of thousands of gallons of fuel each day. To put the costs into perspective, take an Oasis-class ship from Royal Caribbean, among the largest cruise ships in the world. On average, such a vessel can burn around 2,000 to 600 to 3,000 tons of fuel per day, depending on speed and itinerary. At today's average price of marine fuel oil, VLSFO, roughly $650 to $750 per ton, that means daily fuel costs alone can range between $1.7 million and $2.2 million. And that's just to keep the ship moving and its systems running, not counting the thousands of crew members, food and beverage supplies, or the extensive logistics behind the scenes. When divided among thousands of passengers, fuel alone accounts for a significant portion of the ticket price. This is a major reason why cruise fares today can hardly be as cheap as they once were, even with budget-friendly lines like Carnival or MSC. On top of that, marine fuel prices are highly volatile, swinging due to the COVID-19 pandemic, global supply chain disruptions, and recent geopolitical conflicts. Whenever oil prices spike, operating costs skyrocket, and inevitably, much of that burden gets passed on to passengers in the form of higher fares and surcharges. Not only that, new environmental regulations are also forcing cruise lines to invest in cleaner fuels such as LNG, liquefied natural gas, or in exhaust gas cleaning technologies. This is a necessary step to reduce the industry's impact on the oceans and the air, but it comes with far higher investment and operating costs than before. That's why no matter how cheap a cruise deal you find, the enormous cost of fuel and operations is always lurking in the background, pushing cruise prices steadily upward. In recent years, the global cruise industry has faced mounting pressure from the public, environmental organizations, and governments over emissions, and the impact on marine ecosystems. Cruise ships, long criticized as giant machines burning tons of fuel every day, inevitably release massive amounts of CO2 and sulfur dioxide. This has forced regulators to step in. The International Maritime Organization, IMO, introduced stricter standards on sulfur content in fuel, requiring ships to switch to cleaner fuels that cost several times more than traditional options. And that's not all. Many countries and major ports have imposed additional rules, such as limiting emissions when ships are docked near residential areas, or mandating the installation of shore power systems so vessels can plug into the local electrical grid instead of running their engines while in port. These technologies are both complex and expensive, often requiring tens of millions of dollars to install per ship. Some major companies have even announced plans to build LNG-powered ships, a greener solution, but one that pushes construction costs up by billions of dollars. All of these investments, while undeniably positive for a more sustainable future, ultimately have to be balanced through higher passenger fares. The result is that a modern cruise vacation today isn't just about paying for luxury and amenities. It also includes the price of going green, reflecting the industry's efforts to align with the global push for sustainability. Cruising may be more expensive than ever, but that doesn't mean it has to drain your wallet. Even with rising fares, there are still plenty of strategies to make your cruise vacation surprisingly affordable if you know where to look. One of the most effective ways to save money is by choosing the right time to sail. Off-peak seasons, such as early spring or late fall, can offer significant discounts compared to the peak summer months of June, July, and August. Not only will you save money by traveling in the shoulder season, but you'll also enjoy a less crowded ship and quieter ports of call. Booking early is another golden rule. Cruise fares tend to climb as the sailing date approaches, and cabins sell out, so locking in your trip months or even a year in advance can often secure the lowest rates. When it comes to cabin choice, don't overlook the humble interior stateroom. These windowless rooms may not come with ocean views or natural light, but they're often hundreds of dollars cheaper than balcony or ocean view cabins. Another tip is to consider sailing on older ships. While brand new mega ships like Icon of the Seas or Carnival Jubilee come with jaw-dropping amenities, from roller coasters to massive water parks, they also carry a premium price tag. Older vessels like Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas or Carnival's Liberty may not have all the flash and spectacle of the latest builds. For many travelers, these veteran ships strike the perfect balance between value and enjoyment. Finally, don't forget about extra onboard costs. Even if you score a great deal on your cruise fare, expenses like drink packages, specialty dining, spa treatments, and shore excursions can quickly add up. At the end of the day, cruising is still one of the best values in travel. With the right timing, smart choices, and a little flexibility, you can enjoy all the excitement of life at sea without breaking the bank.